Today I'm making palak paneer. The first thing I do is fry some onions. First you add the oil, and then add the onions, and then keep it on low heat for 10-15 minutes until the onions are pretty brown and golden, caramely. And at the same time, I have an Instapot, so I'm just sauteing baby spinach. I added a tiny bit of water, and I put it on the saute mode. I'm just going to cook down all of these leaves of spinach until they're wilted. Next, I'm going to chop some garlic. Use your heart to see how many you need, but I'm just going to do a handful. And then I will just keep them on the side until the onions are maybe halfway done, and then I'll add the garlic. The way I chop my garlic is I cut the edges off, like that, and then I take my knife and I flatten it, and then from there I can peel the edges off. And I always have a discard basket or cup or bowl. Sometimes I peel it first and then I crush. I stir till all of it is kind of brown. Now I have all of my garlic here already smashed. And just go in with a quick chop. Okay, spinach is definitely all wilted. That's great. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm just going to let this sit here for a while and cool down. I'm not even washing my knife. Today I have some whole tomatoes, but they're small ones. I'm just going to do a quick, easy, small chop. You don't have to cut them into like tiny little dice pieces. And I'm going to add this into a pot. And I checked the fridge and I have less than a quarter can of sauces. This is a tomato basil sauce. And this is a spicy vodka sauce, which is very good. So I'm going to add some sauces. I'm going to rinse out the jars after. A little bit stir. And now I'm going to let this simmer. First come to a boil and then simmer until everything is really soft, maybe about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to put a lid on, and then after that I'm going to put a screen on so that the oils and the tomatoes don't spray everywhere. While the tomatoes are cooking, we're going to cut our chicken. For palak paneer, you want paneer, or you can have chicken. If you do chicken, you want it to be small, bite-sized pieces. So to our chicken, we're going to add some salt, garlic, pepper. I have this all together. A little bit of chili. A little bit of turmeric. and probably a teaspoon of garam masala. And then we add some yogurt. This is 4 tablespoons. And I think that looks good. I'm just going to mix it all together. I'm just going to let this marinate by itself. I'm just going to do it for 10 minutes or so until the tomatoes are done, until everything is pureed. That's going to be our next step. Usually you want it for at least 10-20 minutes. If you do it longer, that's even better. The flavors will be more flavorful. Just put it in the fridge. But if it's just a little bit, I'm going to leave it out. Our tomatoes look good. They're cooked down. They're not completely cooked down, but I'm okay with the juice because we're going to want that for our sauce. You know what's done when you can scrape it and it doesn't come back right away. So this looks good. It smells good. I'm going to turn this off. Let this cool down for a few minutes, and then I'll take the tomatoes, I'll take the spinach that I have cooling separately, and I'm going to put them in a blender and blend them. So now my spinach and my tomato paste is all in the mixer, the blender. I used a rubber spatula to scrape the whole inside. You want it very clean. While it's blending, I turned the pot back on and I'm going to add some oil. So now I'm going to cook all of our chicken, or whatever meat you're using, or to me. I want to cook the chicken as tender as possible, as juicy, so I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to turn it up to like a medium, and we'll let it cook. I'll stir it a few times. It's not cooked inside yet, it's still pink, so I'm going to keep cooking. It's juicy enough, so now I'm going to leave the lid off. So now I'm going to put all of this sauce in. And you can see it tries to splatter out, so I'm going to cover it with a and we'll just let all of the juice cook down for a few minutes, but don't cook it for very long. So again, I know when this is done, when I can scrape the bottom and I can still see it. It tells me it's thick enough, it's ready. So I'm going to turn the heat off. So here is how you cook a roti or chapati. This is also a tortilla that's raw. So you can go to Costco or places, find them in the refrigerator section, and you can cook them. So the pan is already hot. And I'm just going to cook it for maybe a minute on each side. You want to see the brown on each side, and you want this part, this is the part that's undercooked. So you can see the white on this side, you want some brown spots, but you want to get rid of that beige, yellowy spot. You can see that it's starting to rise up and air is going inside, that's a good sign. The air bubbles up again. And that one looks done. So then here is your chicken palak and roti. Enjoy.